Welcome, sixth graders. I am so excited to get started on reading Lamb to the Slaughter. Today we're just reading the exposition, but first we got a couple questions. What are two things that the exposition should always include details about? Jot those down. Okay, so those things should be characters and setting. We don't actually have any action happening in the exposition, but we learn about these two things. So today we are going to read to find out what makes this such a strong exposition. What does Roald Dahl do very well that I will also include in my own exposition as you go on and write your narrative? So you're going to annotate for the times that he includes strong details about characters and setting. Lamb to the Slaughter by Roald Dahl. The room was warm. The curtains were closed. The two table lamps were lit. On the cupboard behind her, there were two glasses and some drinks. So already right here, I'm learning a lot about the setting. I have a picture of exactly what this room looks like. So underline that and then write setting somewhere right above it or near it. Unpause when you're ready. Mary Maloney was waiting for her husband to come home from work. So two characters that I met are Mary Maloney, and we know she has a husband. So we're going to put characters next to them. You can just jot this in wherever it's easiest for you on your paper and then unpause whenever you're ready to keep reading with me. Okay, so now I am not going to show you any more annotations. I just want you to read and annotate for what makes this such a great exposition. Now and again, she glanced at the clock, but without anxiety. She merely wanted to satisfy herself that each minute that went by made it nearer and nearer the time when he would come home. Okay, I know I said I wouldn't say anything, but I have to make sure you stop here to make an inference about our character, Mary, and how she feels about her husband. As she bent over her sewing, she was curiously peaceful. This was her 6th month expecting a child. Her mouth and her eyes, with their new calm look, seemed larger and darker than before. So many details about character now. When the clock said 10 minutes to 5, she began to listen, and a few moments later, punctually as always, punctual means like right on time, she heard the car tires on the stones outside, the car door closing, footsteps passing the window, the key turning in the lock. She stood up and went forward to kiss him as he entered. "Hello, darling," she said. "Hello," he answered. Actually, this is a typo because every time there's dialogue, there should be a new paragraph. Sorry. So make sure you have annotated any moment of character or setting, even jot down little inferences too, and then unpause when you're done. Awesome. So now we're going to answer some post-reading questions. 1, in what paragraph does the exposition end and the rising action start? How do you know? Pause the video and write that down. Okay, welcome back. So you should have written that paragraph 4. This is where it's not really the exposition anymore, and that's because there's some actual action. Up here, it's just details and background about our setting and character. Whenever there's like really dialogue that happens, that's sort of now we're kind of rolling into some storyline. Our plot is about to get started. And copy down your favorite detail about the setting. This is going to be different for everyone, but I want you to go through and say, wow, what's a moment where Roald Dahl's descriptions are really strong? Okay, so now that you are done with that, I just wanted you to take a look at what a strong exposition looks like, because you are going to go back to the ELA site, click the next item on your playlist, and you are going to write a narrative prompt that has to do with Mesopotamia. You're going to pretend you're a person in Mesopotamia. Pretty cool. So go ahead, go back to your playlist.